Hello everyone, welcome back to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. I'm so glad that you're here today. If you are new, go ahead, click on that live chat button. Feel free to make any request for your healing, whether it's general or specific. We're going to start things off by building a beautiful crystal grid to support everyone's requests. If you are returning, thank you for coming back. It's good to see you again. And if you're watching this on the replay, hello, go ahead and if you want to skip ahead past the building of the crystal grid, skip ahead to about the 1 hour mark or where you see the lights begin to dip, and you can enjoy just the lovely bliss of music and Reiki being sent your way. And everyone, if you want to learn more about me, my live online Reiki classes, one-on-one sessions and readings, community Discord, crystal shop, and all that other good stuff, it's all linked in the description below. Thank you for being here. I'm here 5 times a week live to your requests. So go ahead and subscribe if you plan on coming back. So let's see what all these requests are and start building. Let's see. Okay, so everyone, we have... Oh, welcome back, JS. Welcome in, Blue Sky. Good to see you, Cora Carr, Jennifer, Chris. Oh, welcome back, everyone. Okay, so let's get to building. Yes, the kitties are here. I have Gertie on my lap. Jumped up here as soon as we were beginning. Hattie's at my feet. And Jet, rutilated quartz, tourmalinated quartz, ruby, and emerald. Absolutely. And you can request what you're looking to heal for or with, and or what stones you want to use. I can totally pick them for you. You can request them. If I have them, I will grab them. Let's see. We also have making a home for yourself and preparing for travels. Absolutely. Okay, we've got some stuff for that. Shungite, Aqua Aura. Lemurian quartz. Okay, cool. So I've got a purr and sleep and kitten. Let's start to build. So I have, for all of us, it's a little dark there, isn't it? Let's apologies for the last minute lighting fix. I think one of the cats was up here helping. Let me So right here we have a mirror that's going to go ahead and reflect and deflect any negative energy coming our way. We've also got some citrine, which helps with manifesting abundance and also helps with anything career related. We've got pink tourmaline, which was here from earlier today. This is wonderful for anything that has to do with women's health, women's bodies, GYN stuff. Also neuralgia, as well as migraines. Pink tourmaline. Moss agate is a superb choice for anyone who might be ill or under the weather, whether it's something more viral, something more bacterial, doesn't matter. Anything that's sweeping through the body, moss agate can help the body get its upper hand there. It's also really helpful for doing a lot of deep spiritual work and interpersonal work, any kind of like inner child, higher self type stuff. So that's moss agate and peridot. Super helpful for breaking up old habits and limiting beliefs. Anything that's holding you back, patterns you keep repeating, helps to shore up those friendships that appeal to the better parts of you, as well as supporting us if we're struggling with things like depression, anger, jealousy. We've got this copper spiral to help break up any energy blockages, help get the energy flowing. And underneath is a piece of petrified wood, which helps us to reflect on the idea of ending as one thing to transform into another. Sometimes we have to leave things behind or leave parts of ourselves behind to kind of be born anew, much like the tarot cards death card kind of meaning. So we've got that there too. Ooh, and Larimer too. You got it. Okay. So for grounding and releasing nervous energy, as well as breaking up scar tissue mentally and emotionally and spiritually and physically, it's actually recommended for scar tissue on the body, breaking up things that are blocked. It's recommended for things like cardiac health, if that's your intention. But this is tourmalinated quartz. It's got black tourmaline actually running through it. It's also incredible for finding a new job or a new stream of revenue, as well as protecting travelers. Hey, good to see you, Del. Okay, so we'll put our tourmalinated quartz there and there. We've got, I did see a request from Jen for let me phrase it correctly. Mood elevation. Yep, absolutely. Something I find really helpful, lepidolite, which is lithium mica. And this is a great stone to soothe and calm and understand the emotion, to kind of take things down a notch so we can see what's really going on. It can be really stabilizing and help elevate the mood in general. It's also helpful for bringing up patterns that you might want to let go of if that's something that is appropriate for you. Also, if you want to decide, should I stay, should I go, this is a good stone to help you suss that out. So that's lepidolite or lithium mica. And this particular specimen also has within it amazonite. Amazonite is a great stone for anyone who tends to be a bit of a caretaker. It helps to remind caretakers that it's important to take care of yourself and avoid burnout, and also helps with self-respect. It's also superb for the spine, the spinal health, as well as the nerves from the spine. So if you're struggling with anything in regards to that, which I know you kind of are, Jen, great stone. Shungite can be very helpful for physical healing, as well as tissue repair, any kind of injury or surgery. Excellent stone. It's also great for absorbing not so great energy, especially for those of us who tend to be really sensitive to energies. If it's a natural energy, or if it's coming off of something man-made like electromagnetic smog, if you tend to be very sensitive to that, this is also really helpful. It's also great for breaking up emotional pain, especially if it's just very wrapped up in stress, and helps to remove energy blockages. So that's shungite. And that's a purring kitten. Labradorite can help with better sleep as well as clairvoyance. It helps us to enjoy travel if we happen to be traveling. It's also great for research and study when it comes to seeing fine details, getting really into the details of something to say find an error. This would be really helpful. I often recommend this one for friends of mine that do things like data science. It can be very, very helpful. Also with coding, if you need to find the needle in the haystack, it's a great stone for that. But it also really helps with sleep. So we'll bring that in. So that's labradorite. And yes, kitty, I love you, but I need my hand back. I'm sorry. Lemurian quartz, specifically blue mist Lemurian quartz. This can help with healing the past, whether it's past in this life, like childhood even, or if it's past lives. Even if you don't have past life recall, it can still help heal things that might be connected to that. This is one that helps us to learn about ourselves as we go through the healing process and helps us to release the emotional pain of the past so that we can move forward without bringing that pain with us. So that's Lemurian quartz. Ruby is extra helpful. Hey Lori, how you doing? Welcome in. Absolutely, I can support that stuff too. And Allison, welcome in. Allison, the Lepidolite can definitely help that. Definitely help that too. So Ruby was a request for blue sky, and this is a great management stone. So everything that you would think a good manager to be, someone who can look at all the different moving pieces and think, okay, high level, how do we get things done? How do we put the right people in the right places, get the right things done in the right order so that we can achieve what we want to achieve? So very much like executive function stone. Also helps with confidence in a very big way. So we'll bring this in. Let's see, where do we want to place you? Let's do... let's just place this all around. Awesome. Emerald is helpful for healing soft tissue and the skin, and also for reawakening our zest for life, our passions for things. It's also really helpful for upper respiratory health and feeling better about our appearance. If we tend to be very down on ourselves about appearance, if you've been judged or bullied about your appearance, this is one that can help you find a self-love and a self-worth based on you and based on the truth, and not so much the bullying and what we were left behind with. So we'll take this and we will place this here. Let's see. I feel like some carnelian is warranted. This really helps with relationships. Del, this could be really helpful for you. Relationships in general. This very much is connected with the sacral chakra, which is, the sacral chakra is everything in how we relate to the people and the world around us. So how we see ourselves in relation to them and them in relation to us and one another. So this can help us to express ourselves. It can also help us to acknowledge what we're truly feeling in that regard. It's also everything else that you would think of for the sacral chakra. So creativity, sexuality, sexual function and dysfunction, as well as fertility. And it also has some indications for wound healing and cold and allergies. So definitely carnelian. Rhodonite, absolutely, I'll add that. Okay, and I will get to everyone tonight, no worries at all. Lori, definitely to help skin and tissue, shungite and emerald are ones I would definitely pick for that. I'm also going to bring in leopard skin jasper. This is anything involving the skin. Anything involving the skin. Also coordination and balance, connection to animals, calling on our soulmate, working with our spirit animals and our guide animals. This is a superb stone for that. This is leopard skin jasper. Absolutely love it. And I'll totally bring this in. Yeah, anything having to do with skin. This is superb. Let's do... Awesome. Hey, future someone. Long time no see. I was just thinking about you. Hope you're well. Sapphire, opal. For motivation, I want to bring in some polychrome jasper. This one can deeply motivate us to take actions and make moves in ways that are connected with our greater purpose. It can help us get out of that like apathy place. Carnelian can also be helpful with apathy, like breaking that up. This is wonderful to get you grounded and going again. So polychrome jasper. For motivation, yeah, being on time, stability, definitely Lepidolite, as I mentioned. Overall happiness too. Okay, so I feel like lapis is helpful for kind of like the integrity and follow through, like being able to have personal responsibility. That's a big part of timing. Also, garnet will help with time and being on time. But truth, honesty, openness, integrity, this can help with even expressing like, okay, I can't meet this target, here's why, etc. But this can help you with a lot of what you're mentioning, stability, including materially, like being able to be ready on the moment. And this is lapis for that. It also helps with career improvement and disorganization. Garnet, which I'm going to add next, helps with a lot of the planning, organization. It's a very Capricorn stone. It's January birthstone. It can help with getting things done in a way that best uses your time. It's a very practical stone, and it helps with strength in times of change, as well as courage, and supports creativity along with carnelian. So yeah, this is garnet. This can help us kind of get our ducks in a row so that we can make the most of what we have. So that's garnet. Garnet and aventurine. Well, we got the garnet. Let's bring out some aventurine. Hey, Patty. Red jasper, you read my mind. You always do, future someone. I already grabbed red jasper. Great. And you were just going to request leopard skin. Oh, there we go. And I'll bring in some sodalite. I was thinking sodalite. Yeah. Well, let's start with the red jasper because we mentioned that. So red jasper, very grounding, helps to support and balance the root chakra, which is fear, safety, basic needs. It can be great for spiritual and psychic protection. And also for emotional support, especially if there's something around like a long illness or something more chronic. This can be really helpful. It can also help with empowerment and standing up for yourself and standing up for, say, rights, fighting injustice, fighting bullying, things like that. Red jasper is very helpful for that. Cat making her very loud exit from my lap. Aventurine helps with expanding our vision of our potential. It's also thought to help with the heart and heart rhythms, as well as eye problems and fertility to some extent. But it's a very warming, loving, heart-centered stone that can help us to have a little bit more compassion for ourselves, and out of that compassion see a better possibility for ourselves moving forward. So that's green aventurine. Sapphire is a stone of intuition. It's a stone of channeling, divination, getting answers from spirit. And it can be really helpful if you're trying to take those messages that you get and then in a way translate them for someone else, like a querent, or you're getting answers for a friend. It can help make the impressions that you get as meaningful as possible to the person you're getting them for. So this is blue sapphire. Larimer is great for being in line with your spiritual purpose, and even having a sense of confidence that is based in your connection to spirit and your innate knowledge of your soul's purpose, not based in ego, but based in that spiritual connection and that knowledge of yourself from deep down. It helps us to innovate and be pioneering when it comes to our soul's purpose as well. So that's Larimer. Let's see. Go. We had that in the last round too. It was almost in the same spots. Rhodonite can also help with unrequited love, love lost, breakups. It's definitely thought of as the breakup stone, but also for grief. Very much for grief and for supporting the heart center during grief. Can also be great for anyone who is used to being belittled and who is kind of coming away from that. So we can bring that in. Grief in the heart. Iolite can be wonderful for sleeping better, for sure, especially if you need something that's grounding at bedtime, but it also helps with things like weight loss and money management. So we'll go ahead and bring this in. Helps with visualizing our connection to spirit and getting those visionary images in meditation and journeying. Sodalite helps with communication, and Del, I think this can help you as well. Awesome. Yeah, Sodalite, Del, I think this might help you too. This helps with communication too. I love using this with carnelian for a lot of that. Sodalite can also help with writing, communicating, orating, like anytime that you're having big communication, sodalite can be really helpful. It really helps empower and in a way give a big boost to your throat chakra, especially if you have kind of an understated throat chakra. It's great for just how we express ourselves. Also great for folks that might be struggling with homesickness. So sodalite. Unakite I'll totally bring out because this is everything about women's health. It's also support for cardiac health, bodily fluids and metabolism, as well as fertility, prenatal, postnatal, onset of menopause, onset of menses, everything having to do with a woman's life as well. But yeah, metabolism, especially if it's connected to hormones. Next is going to be Aqua Aura, which is a stone that is actually man-altered, in a way man-made. It starts out as, sorry about that, it starts out as clear quartz, and using a process involving gold, is turned to a bright blue. And a lot of us have felt that this is a stone that's really supportive of depression and seasonal affective disorder. Of course, nothing we use here is ever a replacement for anything else, and why would you want to replace something else that can work? I use meds. I have no shame in it. I do what works for me. I hope you do what works for you, but this is definitely something that helps. So we're going to go ahead and bring in some Aqua Aura. Gotcha. Okay. JZS, absolutely. We've got some pink tourmaline in here that I put in at the beginning. And this is superb for everything women's health, everything you just described, every kind of GYN issue, every kind of, and also for neuralgia and migraine, if that is something you get as well. But everything that you just described, every kind of gynecologic issue, that's a great one for it. Also, Moonstone can be really helpful for women's health, and I believe that Chris requested this too, so I'll bring this out now. Moonstone helps us connect with lunar cycles, with attracting love, with access to wisdom, intuition, releasing patterns, also protective of travelers. But yeah, everything having to do with women's health as well. So I'll bring that in. It's also helpful for connecting with divine timing. Okay. So I hope that that's helpful for you. All the best with that. I had a lot of those problems, and I ended up with a total hysterectomy. Total or radical or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, you're totally welcome. All the best. Wealth blessings, cardio. Yep, we got cardio health. We've got rutilated and we've got unakite. We've got stronger connection with psychopomps. We've got iolite. New energies and forces, improving painting and illustration. Definitely carnelian and sodalite. Let's also do Chevron Amethyst. This one helps with spiritual connection, opening up in shamanic journey work, in any kind of visionary work. any kind of spiritual work where we want to envision or see or get messages from. The chevrons, which are not the points that are on each end, that's double terminated. These are carved in that. But if you look, you see the lines within this amethyst that kind of make like a letter V. Those are the chevrons. They're emblematic of sending our request up to spirit and then being open to receive the answer. So we'll bring these in. I feel like that can really help. Also want to bring in, let's see, sodalite, red jasper, leopard skin, we got that. Garnet, aventurine, we got those. We have petrified wood, and I will get everyone's request if I skipped you. Rudolite quartz, which I was going to bring in for Korakar. Perfect. Rudolite quartz helps us to focus. It basically focuses energy. So it can help the mind to focus, and it can also help with the mind-body connection. It's also thought to help focus any healing that you're getting done, whether it's energy healing, whether it's modern medicine, anything like that, that it'll help direct the healing exactly where it needs to go. And for that reason, it's often a gift for folks who are going through cancer treatments. It also helps to give energy, to like energize you, as well as re-energize you if you're very depleted. So yeah, this one we'll put in especially for Korakar, and lots of love and attention for her stepfather. There we go. There we go. We've also got, and Chris, I definitely have you in mind. I want to get most of what you're asking for in here. Definitely bring in blue kyanite. This helps with understanding the spiritual messages we get, helps us to be accepting of ourselves and all that we are. Radical self-acceptance, and also helps with neurological care, especially recovery from things like a stroke or a brain injury that would impact mobility or speech. It's thought to be really helpful for that. So blue kyanite. Where shall we place you? Okay. And awesome, Del. Okay, so what I said earlier was for procrastination. Polychrome jasper. See, my memory could use some support too. Polychrome jasper can be really great. I use it for that. Here's a bigger example. Polychrome jasper has a lot of colors in it, but the color patterns tend to be fairly large. So in smaller specimens, you might not see a ton of different colors. But when we see it in a slightly larger one, we see this kind of pattern. Polychrome jasper helps us to enact our soul's purpose and feel really motivated in doing it. So it can help with things like procrastination, which I definitely struggle with. And for memory is pyrite. Pyrite has a strong connection with the memory and also just brain function in general. It's helpful for manifesting financial abundance and for being intuitive, opening up our intuition, but also bringing in necessary protections around that. So wonderful for all those things. I will bring this in. It's thought to be really helpful during Reiki as well. Let's put that near her beautiful ruby. There we go. Awesome. There's always room for more pyrite, right? Right. Okay. Awesome. Also, marital relationship very much with Unakite. It was often a stone that was given around weddings, especially to women, but could be for either gender for sure. Let's see. Metabolism, definitely Unakite. But let's also bring in Herkimer to help with that. This is not only metabolism, but spiritual manifesting. Manifesting in a way that is asking the universe to bring about the best, highest version of what you're asking for that would be supportive of yourself and everyone and everything else that request touches. It's also great for relaxing in general, but also being in the present moment, which is so important if you're manifesting. Well, it's important in general. But yeah, it opens up creative pathways, intuitive pathways, and helps with balancing energies that might not be in harmony for any reason. So yeah, and I know Chris requested that too. Unakite definitely helps with quitting smoking too. Tree agate, we have Chevron, fire quartz. Okay. So fire quartz, we do have trouble getting this one to read on camera a little bit. Fire quartz is clear quartz that formed in the ground near iron deposits, and so it gets these kind of reddish hits to it. Sometimes it can be like a brighter red, and other times it can be this kind of like you can see the red in it, but it's not as pronounced. This can really help wake up the root chakra and the earth star chakra, getting us feeling motivated and ready to go out and do the things we need to do. It can add a bit of fire to that, so it can definitely be if you need to channel a little bit of warrior spirit, this can also be a great stone. So fire quartz. And thank you for the reminder. Like and subscribe and share and all that good YouTuber stuff. Thank you, Cora Carr. Yeah, you want to come up? You want to hang out? No? Yes? No? Yes? No? Yeah, a little bit of purr from Hattie. You can stay, you can go, whatever you want to do. I can't go play with you right now. Okay. Here, you want to play with something? You want to play with a Herkimer? You can play with a Herkimer if you want. And here is tree agate. Tree agate is sacred in Ayurveda. And yes, this is shaped like a heart. It came to me like this. It was just in the bag in a bunch of raw stones. I'm like, cool. But yeah, this helps in Ayurveda. It's thought to clear all of the energy pathways, which they call nadis, N-A-D-I. And so it can help with bringing about balance and healing regardless of what body type one might be in Ayurveda. So general health, well-being, flow of energy. Awesome. And I think we're almost there. And I'm glad you like the music. The musical creator is another content creator here on YouTube, and she allows me to license her music for the streams. So you can check her out. Her link is in the description. Okay, so let's see. Did I miss any? An increase in joy, we have Emerald. Soothing comfort and assistance with transitions. Yeah, let's see. Moving forward despite emotional pain, one we don't always work with. And this one can be good for like intense emotional shutdown too, but it's green onyx. So definitely grief and sadness overall. Sometimes green onyx is a much lighter green, like almost like a pistachio color. This was mined a long time ago. I don't know how much more dark green onyx there is, but this is great for emotional shutdown and moving forward despite emotional pain. So it can be very, very helpful. So that's green onyx. So I hope that that helps you too. Improving intuition, you got it. Good to see you there, Vincent. Okay. Awesome. Hattie's going play with her toys. Of which I bought them several new ones this week. Okay. And improving intuition. I have a couple in there for that. I have Chevron Amethyst. Yeah, this group is amazing. It's like lightning in a bottle here every single time. Let's see. Another one to improve intuition. We have some good ones. I'm going to do some pre-night because I know that you've been working on learning a lot of new stuff. Pre-night helps with learning new spiritual things, learning and teaching, the transfer of that kind of knowledge. It's also, hey, Heart, good to see you. It also aids with like lucid dreaming, visionary stuff. It can be really helpful for anything intuitively minded. So prophecy in general. So I'm going to bring that in for you. Let's put that piece here. And I'm also going to bring in some celestite. Celestite very much helps with connecting with higher wisdom, our angels, to discerning our thoughts from our fears, and any kind of guidance in general from spirit. Also can help with pretty much any level of pain and discomfort. So we'll bring in celestite to support you there too. Work stress and dealing with the hierarchy, absolutely. So let's bring in some celestite here. And lonely in relationships, yeah. Carnelian can be really helpful with relationships, loneliness and sadness and things too. Green onyx. Oh, lots of love to Key also. Happy Friday and weekend to you too. And you vote both. Okay. Noted. Recorded. Thank you. Let's see. Red tiger eye, we often talk about being protective against really nasty spiritual work, which it very much is, but it can also be really helpful with things like kind of toxic work environments or just not optimal work environments. So that's red tiger eye. I'm in the middle of something, lady. The cat wants to play. I would say one of the better stones for stress we already have out, we have shungite. This is incredible for stress and emotional blocks as well. It can really help us to like remove it and also to ground it a bit. And also for not taking on other people's energy too, which is definitely a thing. Also Herkimer, because that can help with any kind of discordant energy and things just kind of not jiving. That can help a lot too. So I hope that helps. I'm going to bring in one of our Vodons is going to have something that'll also be helpful. But yeah, I think we're at about that time where I pick a couple of stones and you all vote on them to see if they would be a good benefit to the grid. So let me see. Give me a moment and I will grab a couple of stones. And for those of you who are new, you're not limited to just one vote. Hint, hint. Patty already gave us a vote. So I'm going to go ahead and, oh look, our votes are already in. The first is going to be Dalmatian Jasper. This one can be helpful with energy clearing. It's basically black tourmaline running through jasper. It helps to clear our immediate energy field. It also helps to, it can be really helpful for anything that shows up in your digestive system like IBS, Crohn's, I have celiac disease, things like that. It can be great also for cooperation among people. So Dalmatian Jasper is one choice. And another is Smoky Quartz. Here's a couple examples of Smoky Quartz. Be lighter or darker, but smoky quartz is helpful for transmuting energy. It doesn't just move it along, it actually fundamentally changes it. Highland love, lots of love to you. Good to see you. This helps to calm worry, it removes energy blocks, it's highly protective. Even at least as far back as the Middle Ages, this was thought to prevent thieves from coming into your home and stealing your stuff. But yeah, protection, transmutation, and just getting the energy to flow the way it needs to is smoky quartz. So go ahead and vote smoky or Dalmatian in the chat. While you're doing that, don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps the algorithm to send people my way. I so appreciate all of you being here. I'm going to quickly explain what Reiki is for anyone who's new, and then we're going to get into the healing. So thank you so much for being here. As I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name is Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and I've been teaching Usui Reiki for about 14 years now. If you want to learn more about me, my live online Reiki classes, community Discord, one-on-one distance sessions and tarot readings, all of my social media, crystal shop, all that stuff, all linked in the description below, or you can find it at learnreikiphiladelphia.com. So what is Reiki? Usui Reiki, the style that I practice and that a lot of folks in the West tend to, is named after this particular method's founder, Mikao Usui. And this particular method was founded at a time when you needed to be a little bit discerning about how you taught anything spiritual, because it was during the Meiji Restoration in Japan where you could not teach religion. By the way, we might get photobombed by a cat. If we do, I will definitely switch the camera back over. So energy, as it's understood in this context, is very much the same as we would see it in Shintoism, which is the indigenous spirituality of Japan. And this energy is, well, it's thought that everyone and everything is interconnected. And within that interconnectedness, there are additional forces at play, one of them being a spiritually guided soul energy or life force energy. And that's what Reiki roughly translates to us in the West. This particular force is one that's flowing through our body, mind, and spirit all the time, that all of us have access to, and our body, mind, and spirit are working with it all the time, even though we're not consciously aware of it. When I practice today and send you Reiki, essentially what I'm doing is intentionally connecting to that energy and directing more of it to you to support your body's knowledge in your greatest healing good and any intentions that you set. During the session, you may feel energy in your body on a physical level. You may feel physical sensations. Mentally, you may have some things come up. Your subconscious may come up. You may have an opportunity to think some things through that have been hard to process. Emotionally, things may come up or be released. And spiritually, you may just get some really intense intuitions or mild intuitions, any of the above. You may just have a really great and comfortable nap. That's really common, and more than likely your experience will look like a lot of those things put together at different times. During the session, you don't have to do anything. Just go ahead and support yourself to be as physically comfortable as you can. You can lay down, you can sit up, you can close your eyes and snooze, you can totally fall asleep, or you can do something else if you wish. You can sit on the floor, maybe stretch a little bit, you can journal, you can make some music, whatever feels right to you at this time. This is all about your own self-care. You don't have to focus on anything. You don't have to keep your mind silent. You can simply be exactly as you showed up today and just see how you feel. During the session, I will bring the lights down. You'll notice that they rotate between several different colors. At no point will they flash or strobe. And the music, I will turn up the music that you're hearing already. I'll be silent, and at the end of our time together, it'll be a 25-minute session. I'll welcome you back. You'll hear my voice encouraging you to take a deep breath. And at that point, I'll reopen the chat. You can ask any questions that you might have. I'll be more than happy to walk you through it. So thank you so much for being here. It's an honor and a pleasure to share this healing with all of you. And let's go ahead and see what won that vote. Oh, look, both won the vote. Oh, that never happens. That always happens. That's how we do things here. Totally works for me. Okay, so where are we gonna put our smoky quartz? There we go. That works. I'm also going to put, let's see, a little bit more around the center. Ah, avalanche. Healing avalanche. And for Dalmatian jasper, okay. Okay, there we go. Fantastic. Okay, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all for your votes. I'm so glad. Everyone go ahead and relax. Take a deep breath. Get cozy and just get ready to experience some Reiki. I will see you all in about 25 minutes. invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly start coming back to the space that you're in. Thank you so much for being here. It's an honor and a privilege as always. Let me know if you have any questions or anything to share. You're so welcome. I had little Hattie Cat sleeping in my lap the whole time. Little cat snores for you. Hi Maria, great to see you. You're super welcome. I hope you're doing well. You're welcome, Vincent. I will be back Sunday at 8, and for those of you who didn't catch it, I am doing a poll. I'm going to reschedule permanently the Tuesday morning stream. It's by far the least popular, so I'm asking for some insight into when we would like to move it. Aw, Highland Love, thank you. ABC, I hope you're doing great. I'm glad you loved it. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Vincent. But yeah, the poll is up now, and it's you can also vote here. Future someone, I hope you have a wonderful weekend too. Oh, you're welcome, Lori. You're welcome, Heart, and you're welcome, Dell. Lots of love to all of you too. Don't forget to like the stream if you don't mind. It super helps. Thanks to those of you who already have. And the poll is to see if you'd prefer to come out for some Reiki Tuesdays at 8 p.m., Thursdays at 6, Tuesdays at noon, or a suggestion for anything else. So let me know if any of those work. Ah, you don't know how to see the poll. No worries. Let me see if I can. Let's see. It doesn't give me the option to share it, but you can just mark it in the chat here. Which do you prefer? Tuesdays at 8 p.m., Thursdays at 6 p.m., or Tuesdays at noon? If you have another suggestion, I'm absolutely open to hearing it. So Tuesdays at 8 p.m., Thursdays at 6 p.m., Tuesdays at noon. Okay, great. Thank you, Chris. Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Okay, cool. Thank you to everyone for being here tonight. It's an honor and a privilege as always. And to anyone who is sharing a vote now or is entering it in on the poll, I super appreciate the feedback. I love doing this, and I love doing it when when it's most convenient for all of you. Yeah, it seems like Tuesday at 8 and Thursdays at 6 are like the favorites so far. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and bring the stream to a close now. It seems like we're all heading into our beautiful, blissful evening, so enjoy your evening. Thank you for keeping this a beautiful, warm, and uplifting space. Much love to all of you. I hope to see you all again soon. You hear the beautiful cat purring. Oh, somebody say you're beautiful. Yes, Hattie. Yes, little Hattie butt. Yup, they do that. They purr and purr. But have a good night, everyone. Thank you for your feedback, and I hope to see you all again soon. Take care, and bye for now.